Most people wait for a feeling to start. They wait for the sun, the mood, the spark. But feelings are like the tides, they come and go. History is filled with people drowning in their own intentions because motivation is a fair-weather friend. But discipline? Discipline is the light that stays on when the world goes dark. On a jagged tooth of rock off the coast of Maine, there lived a man named Elias. Elias didn't have a title in a skyscraper. He didn't have 1 million followers. He was a lighthouse keeper. For 30 winters, his world was the size of a stone tower and the sound of a crushing Atlantic. To the mainlanders, Elias was a ghost. To the sailors, he was a god. But to himself, Elias was simply a man of duty. Every evening, at exactly sunset, he climbed the 112 iron steps. He didn't check his mood. He didn't wait for inspiration. He simply climbed. Because in the world of the sea, your feelings don't keep ships from crashing into the rocks. Only the light does. One Tuesday, a young apprentice arrived from the city. His name was Julian. Julian was full of fire. He had read books on success. He had vision boards. "I'm going to be the best keeper this coast has ever seen," Julian proclaimed. For the first week, Julian was unstoppable. He polished the brass until it glowed like gold. He sang as he carried the oil. He was fueled by the novelty, the salt air, and the romance of the sea. Elias watched him quietly, sipping his coffee. "You have a lot of motivation, son," Elias said softly. "Is there any other way?" Julian laughed. Elias looked out at the horizon, where the sky was turning a bruised purple. "Motivation is a guest," Elias whispered. "He's fun at parties, but he's the first to leave when the pipes freeze." By Friday, the romance was dead. A nor'easter had slammed into the coast. The wind howled like a wounded beast. The lighthouse shook to its foundation. The temperature dropped below zero. Julian didn't feel like singing anymore. His bed was warm. The tower was freezing. His muscles ached from the damp cold. When the sun set, Julian stayed in his blankets. "It's too dangerous to climb tonight," Julian muttered. "I'll do it when the wind dies down. I'm just not feeling it." Elias stood by the door, his heavy coat already buttoned. "The ships don't care about your feelings, Julian," Elias said. "But I have nothing left," Julian shouted over the wind. "I'm exhausted. I need time to find my why again." Elias didn't argue. He didn't give a motivational speech. He simply placed his hand on the cold iron railing and began the climb. While the storm raged, Elias counted his steps. 1, 2, 3. He didn't think about the 112 steps. He only thought about the next one. This is the math of survival that the successful understand and the dreamers ignore. Motivation wants to see the top of the tower from the bottom. Discipline only cares about the next inch. Elias reached the lamp room. His hands were numb. His breath was a cloud. He lit the wick. As the great lens began to rotate, casting its long golden finger across the white-capped waves, Elias realized something profound. The light doesn't shine because the keeper is happy. The light shines because the keeper is there. Reliability is the highest form of genius. By 3 a.m., The apprentice Julian crawled into the lamp room, shivering and ashamed. He saw Elias sitting on a wooden stool, watching the mechanism turn. "I thought I had what it took," Julian whispered. "But when the feeling left, I stayed in bed." Elias nodded. "That is the human condition, Julian. We are taught to chase the high of the start, but the middle is where the ghosts live. We are all taught to obsess over the Big Bang, the launch, the New Year's resolution, the first day of the diet. But life isn't won at the start. It's won at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday when nobody is watching, when the weather is trash, and when you have every reason to quit. Discipline is the ability to carry out a resolution long after the mood in which it was made has left you. The storm passed. The sea became a mirror. Julian looked at the lighthouse differently now. He no longer saw a romantic tower. He saw a machine of habit. He realized that the fire inside him was less important than the oil in his lamp. Elias didn't speak of motivation. He spoke of endurance. "Don't tell me what you want to do," Elias said. "Show me what you do when you're tired. Prove it for 90 winters or 90 days. Just don't miss. Not because you want to, but because you promised the version of yourself that started. Because the world doesn't pay you for your potential. It pays you for your presence." The ships reached the harbor not because Elias was inspired, but because he was consistent. Tonight, look at your own lighthouse. Is your light flickering because you're waiting for the perfect mood? Are you waiting for a Monday that feels right? The storm is coming. It always does. And when it arrives, your motivation will hide under the blankets. Don't be a seeker of sparks. Be a keeper of the flame. Pick one thing, one habit, one climb. Do it because it's sunset, not because you're happy. If you're ready to stop chasing the wind and start building your roots, this is Tales of Life and Wisdom. Subscribe, and let's keep the light burning together.